Hello everybody and welcome to episode 14 of Ultimate Alchemy. As you can see behind me, we have some capacitor banks over here, and I want to do a thing that I haven't done before, which is really wonky. But these capacitor banks can be linked through the back. I could just have like a flux plug and a point on each one of them, and they will all probably work the exact same way. And I probably just should do that, because then I wouldn't have to craft as many of these. And these are all going to start charging from my inventory, which is kind of dumb, but it's okay. Because we can put a flux plug, for example. I'm going to show you once we break a couple of these over here. I wanted to have them all link up as a single capacitor bank, because then we get the in and outs of what we would need. But if we, for example, do a flux point here, and we have this on power out, I changed it from on the thing, and then we put not another flux point. We put a flux plug here, and we're going to say this is going to be power in, and let's say we put on color purple because the reactor is purple. So that, for example, save changes, and we can go back down here to the reactor to where the actual front is, and we can change this to power in. So yeah, the flux, no, I was doing it wrong. So we need this. We need the, oh, I'm changing the exact same thing. No, we need edit network. Power in needs to be green. Okay, and then we need to do create a network. Power, let's do power in. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And then make it purple. I said purple, not pink. Purple, okay? And then we can edit a network, this one, to say power out. Okay, and we save changes. So the reactor needs to be on power out, and then this flux point needs to be on power in. Yeah, there we go. And then this is power out, so that'll that'll send all the power, and then we can do this on power in, right? Okay, so if we go here, now this capacitor bank should be filling up with RF. It's draining 20,000. Why are we draining 20,000? Because this is outputting 200 something thousand. Where are you outputting? Okay, now it triggered because it was, yeah. Because the reactor wasn't working. Okay, so now if we grab our plugs, for example, more plugs, we have a couple of here. We can just say plug here, and this shouldn't get any power. Yeah, it's draining the power. And then we put a flux point with power in, and this should start getting a bunch of power. Nice. And the reactor will turn itself off or on, depending on how much it's doing. But currently it's going to be generating 190,000, or actually 200,000 RF a tick, and filling up all the capacitor banks. So let me clear all of this mess up that I kind of made by linking the capacitor banks. And I can place the other ones down on the other spots and do the same thing with the flux plug and the flux point. And we should have possibly an entire room full of capacitor banks on the walls, which could be fun. Alrighty, all the capacitor banks are in everywhere, and they're currently just filling up. The reactor is fully running on all of its clocking bits, which is 204,000. 204,000 RF a tick, and apparently it's only doing 189 because some of it has to go to power the base and everything. I assume that's the case, because if we go look down here, and if I fly to the right side, we can see here it's sending 204. Total, and I think 5,000 was going into one capacitor bank for some reason. This is 189 on here, and there's 5,000 going into this one for some reason. I don't know why. What are you in the back? No, you're same setup. You should be waiting. Oh, this is the limit on 5,000. So let's do 256000, and I have a limit. It's fine. Okay, that was the one of the flux points from before set to 5,000. So this will fill up first, and that'll wait on later, because it goes around in the priority of some kind, and it's really weird. But it's going 194, and then the rest is going to the base. That's the problem. Okay, so in between episodes, I did a little bit of a thing that I'll show you. On the first floor, nothing changed, I don't think. Second floor, still the same. We have all of those things not moved yet. We're going to do that on stream today. And I know I said yesterday I was going to stream, but then life happened and I couldn't. And basically, we're going to stream today for sure. Definitely. Same time, possibly longer. But yeah, I have the same setup over here, and I did this basically. We have 284,000, 284, 2,000, and 2,048 silverwood and lead, or lead, great wood. And that is molten lead over regular wood gets you great wood, and silver over regular wood gets you silver wood, which is lovely because we need to build another floor, which is going to be the Thaumcraft floor. So I want to start working on that today, and I think I have an external storage. So if we look at great wood, yeah, we can see it. So over here, we're gonna grab some Acacia Wood and some no wireless transmitter in range. We're gonna grab all of this and put it all back in the system. And I can also take this, and you take my bits. Okay, and also some regular planks of this variety, and possibly a couple of those, just so I can chisel them back like that. And we can then chisel this to that, like so. Okay, so I will build the next floor, and I'm going to give you a bit of a progress update as I go. I'm going to build all these 4 sides, and then I'm going to decide how I want to build it. I think I'm going to use great wood as the main wood, and then we can use arcane stone, because we can now make this in just in a regular crafting bench. We can make that, and that has also a brick variety and stairs and slabs and all that if we wanted to. But I think I'll just use the arcane stone for the borders, and we should be good. So let me get on with some building, and I'll show it to you progressively. First progress update, we have the main floor built, and also I started working on the walls, and basically the floor is going to be just exactly the same, or the ceiling is going to be just exactly the same as the floor. I want to add some lamps here in the centers. I didn't know that silverwood logs have a connected texture, but these is going to be, for example, lamps. I have them on me. Boom, boom, boom. And we can easily just do this. Just change the radius back to 1. And it's super easy. Like, these building tools are one of the coolest mods. You can just like undo. The lamps you can't undo because they apparently change states when they're placed or something, or it wants like a lit lamp or something. I don't know. But basically, I want to have great wood planks on the sides and silverwood as the like middle material, and we're going to see if we're going to run into problems when we add machines, and if we want to add covers. I assume the thermal expansion covers will do the covering, and the ones from refined storage won't be able to cover, which is going to be awkward, I guess, when we're going to get to it, but it's going to be fine. So we can do a vertical wall of a 3x3. Oh, that's a bigger wall. Let's do a 3x3, because then we can, it only attaches to those. That's so weird. Okay, let me just continue on building and finish the ceiling, and then we can start working on some Thaumcraft. If we click the button here, we can see the floor is now completely finished, except for the ceiling here. And I just want to set this up a little bit later. It's lit up enough right now for it to be done, and we also need the pillars in here in the middle, but we're going to see how big the Runic Altar is going to be, or how big I want to set it up, and we're going to see where we're going to place stuff after we do that. But to begin with Thaumcraft, we need, I believe, a bookshelf, one of these, and also I'll grab a cauldron, and also some Salus Mundus. And if we place this down, do that, we get a Thaumonomicon, so we can start doing Thaumcraft, and we have a bunch of the alchemy discovered, so we can get the Crimson Cult. We have all of the theory crafting. We need a research table, scribing tools, stuff like that. So let's look at table, and we need the wood table, I believe, from Thaumcraft. And I don't know if you do this and this. No, you just take some scribing tools, I believe. If we look at scribing tools, we can make a couple of these. I believe we just do that, and we get a research table. Can I break this? And we get this research done now, complete. Nice. And then there's Celestial Observation, which we need to do some stuff for, and we can do that, and also grab a crafting table, I believe, and take this and that. and get an Arcane Workbench. Wonderful. So for the beginning, where do we want to put this? I'm going to put one, for example, here. And then I'm going to put, if we grab more crafting tables, we need 3 more. And we can put one of each in here. Even though I'll have to check how much V each of these chunks has. 268, 279. Okay, it's kind of the same. So it's fine if we do that. And then I can put crystals in all of these because we're going to probably be using them quite a bit. So we can then grab V crystals and we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or it's not 7, but we need those. And the Vidium we don't need. V. So we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Let's do like so, just so we don't grab the wrong ones. We need an Aqua. We need an Ordo, an Earth, and an Entropy. Or is it an Entropy? Particio. Okay, so that's 2 more. And we can toss all of those in there. And all of those in there. And then grab more V. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be all, I think. And we can do that. Nice. Okay, so then we need a thermometer, probably. So that is gold and glass pane. So let's grab gold, glass, pane. And I'm going to make a couple of these because I believe we need it for something else. So let's just make 4, right? It's 20V. It'll get restored anyway because the uses for this is to make a caster's gauntlet, the goggles of revealing, which we need, and also the Thaumic dioptra, which I don't know what it is, but we can get ourselves goggles of revealing. Can we make those? We need leather and aluminum brass, and I believe the brass, or it's called alchemical brass, that's the one. We need instrumentum in the thing, which we can get from... What thing would only have instrumentum? I think like iron. If we look at iron ingots, iron, you have metallum. That's tools like pickaxes, right? Yeah. Okay. What if I look at stone pick? That has a little bit, but yeah, we can try some of that. But let me see what we actually need to do to progress in Thaumcraft and what we can set up. So I'll do that and I'll be back shortly. First thing that we're going to need to do is some Crucible Crafting. As you can see down there, I have a little bit of niter. You can't really see in the JEI, but you can see now, niter. And niter is made in the Crucible with super simple ingredients, nitor. If we look at yellow niter, I believe it shows, or does it show? Yeah, yellow niter is the one you make, basically, in the Crucible. And it's 10 Potentia, 10 Ignis, and 10 Lux. Lux is torches. Ignis is just, you have the V crystals for Ignis, and then Potentia was, I believe, I used, what did I use? Redstone torches had Potentia, so I used those. And the next thing that we can make is, for example, toss in some bronze, which has 5 instrumentum. So I wanted to make brass, this, which requires instrumentum, so then I can take iron, and we can toss an iron in there, 2, 3, 4. And then we still have some metallum left, but it's not going to do, ouch. We have metallum in there. What did I want to make with metallum? Oh, we needed the, it's going to probably all dissipate over time, but we have the brass now, and we're going to get to a better Crucible very soon. So I think it was nuggets, like that, to make Essentia tubes. So let's just make a stack of these, okay? And I was looking at Arcane... Is it Arcane? No, it is Essentia, I think. No. At Thaumcraft. I forget how it's called. There it is. Alchemical Construct, that's what I need. So these require essential valves, which are levers. Do I have any more? Just the one lever? Lever. I have a bunch of levers here. So we can take those and some of those, and let's just make like 16 of these. Oh, we don't have enough V. Okay, I am using up all the V in all of the tables, which is 1, but that's okay. So we're gonna go here. I forget that the V thing gets used up, but it's okay. We can probably place the things in other chunks if we needed to. Okay, but I need a couple of these at least. Okay, that was 6, and let's get another one still, like that. Okay, so let's toss all of this away. I wanted to make more essential valves, but it's fine. So we toss that. Celis Mundus we can keep. And I believe if I now place these two above here and do Celis Mundus, we get the construct thingy where we can basically select, for example, put this in, it makes void metal, and then we need to give it the right ingredients, and then it's going to do the thing, which is really cool. So also you can, for example, give it glowstone, you can double the glowstone or make niter, which is really neat. The next thing that we need, if I look into my Thermonomicon, we can make probably the Runic Altar, because we have the research for that. And we need the Essentia Smelting, basically. So we need the Essentia Smeltery and the Arcane Olympic as well. So let me make a couple of more things, and I will show to you how you set them up. For the next part that we need the Arcane Olympics, so we can assemble this Essentia Smeltery and get it working. And for that, I just automated quickly with a Magma Crucible processing Celis Mundus, making, I think it's Aqua Celis Mundus, yeah, and then going into Carpenter with gold ingots and silverwood planks, it makes essential filters, and those go into here, so we can add an external storage on the back, which I will do in a moment when I can get back to it. Over here, external storage, we'll do that, and say priority 1020, and then if I can weasel my way in, I can. Haha, we did it. So basically the way this works, exporters on top, pulling, this gets a limited item filter on the back, so we only keep a stack of each so it doesn't fill up, even though I could have just done this basically, and we would have been fine, but that is okay. And everything has power due to some conduits, and we have a stack of those in there. This is going to make a stack and then just back up a stack here and then stop because of the storage downgrade, which is lovely. So let's just grab, we have an external storage on those Essentia. We're going to need, I believe, 2, 3, 4 of these for the moment, but we need more alchemical brass. So for that, we're going to just toss all of this. It's going to make all of the flux. And then half a stack of this. Is it too much? No, okay. So that, and then we can toss in, let's just do this. Vidium, and we need void seeds. Void. And then some of this. And then some of those. No? Ow. Is it not Vidium? Vidium and Metallum. Metallum should be from... Apparently not. Okay, I'm going to break this. Place it back. So iron, right, should have Metallum as well. Iron is just Metallum, 15 Metallum. And then Vidium. If we grab a stack of these. And this filled up with water because I have a phantom liqueface filling it up with water, which is lovely. So that's good. And once it gets to a full boil, we can do, let's check again. It's 10 Metallum, 5 Vidium. So we need, if we toss in 2, we can make 3, and then we need 15 of these. So let's do like that. And then 2 pieces of iron. So we're going to do that, plus that, plus that. 1, 2, 3. Makes void metal. And void metal ingots can be made into either void metal plates. For the crafting, I don't think there's any use, but we can make the void metal Essentia Smeltery, but we don't need to. But I believe we need the void metal for something, at least. At least the ingots. I thought you need them for something. I'm not sure now. But it is the thing that you get. You get void seeds. I assume it's just the void seed that is used to make something. Not sure now. Oh, it's used to make void vapors, so you can do the whole dragon egg thing. Yeah. Okay, I get it. You don't really need void metal, so that's fine. That's okay. So the Olympics now. Do you have a lot of V? You have 9, and you have 220 Olympics. So we need great wood planks and the plates. So let's grab a couple sets of these, and then great wood planks. That should be everything. That's 1. And we're missing a bucket. bucket, and 2, I believe. So if we put those in here, and then it's said in the book that if it has niter underneath, it runs faster. So we're gonna do that. And now, for example, if we toss in, let's say an Essentia tube as well, it's tube, right? It's just that. If we put a tube here and then grab some jars, jars, water jar. We need glass panes. Make me a stack, please. Or I could even request a bunch of stacks, but let's grab also some slabs. I think it can be any slab. And then like that. Yes. So that gives us some void jars or warded jars, and we put that there. And for example, we put in some iron and also some coal. Let's just do charcoal blocks, I think will work. Yep. That's gonna make iron, and it's gonna make metallum and put it into here. And now I need to make goggles of revealing because I'm not seeing anything that is happening here. So we need the brass, the thermometer, and leather. So leather should have a bunch. 4. And I have those, and then just the thermometers that I tossed in here. So if we do that, wonderful. We have goggles of revealing, we put them on. Now we can we actually see? Yeah, now we can see how much metallum is in there because of the goggles of revealing, which is lovely. So this is gonna process everything. And we can also do that and give you another one of these, for example. And it's gonna be slightly faster, possibly. Not sure, but it's doing its thing. But yeah, that way we can process materials. I can actually take some iron out. We don't need to process the entire thing. Let's do 4 more. And that should get put out into one of the 2 things. So that's lovely. And we can then also assemble or reassemble back the, if you grab our I think it's construct. Yep. If we do that and give you Salus Mundus. Nice. We can then put jars here with tubes on them, and this will automatically pull for what we need. So let me process some of the essentia that we need for different things, and I will be back once I'm ready to show you something more. So I went around with the thermometer and I just right-clicked everything I saw on my base, like all of the machines and everything. And for example, like thing that I haven't clicked yet, we can do it together. I'm going to show you how this works. I don't think this is really necessary for us to do, but I just did it because we can. For example, drawer controller, you can see how many things we got. Or for example, the controller should be a thing. Oh, hello. Maybe the refined storage things don't work? No, they do. Okay. For example, we get a lot of that stuff. And if we look at the Thermonomicon, you can go, for example, into just anything, and you can see knowledge totals. You can see how many observation points we have, and then these are theory points. And theory points you get through the research table, and observation points you get through right-clicking things with the thermometer, basically. So up top, I started processing some of these machines and stuff. And that is a wonderful explanation, Viki. God, my brain is so wonky. But these water jars can be placed in front of these filling Essentia transfusers and also the emptying Essentia transfusers. These see in a 16 block radius from where it's facing all of these jars. So basically, if I process something, for example, if we process, what else do we have? A lot of, we have a little bit of luck. So let's say we put another 8 glowstone in here. You can see it's going to make the, what is that called? The, I don't know what it's called, but the owl aspect. I forget what it's called. I can see here probably. No, uses aspects. Census. I forgot. And then the lux gets put into the correct corresponding jars. And I believe these machines work if there is a jar already with the essentia on it, it's going to put it in there. And we can also get, I think, void jars, which will void any essentia that you put into it. So it's basically just a water jar crafted with Perdicio V crystals in the workbench. But currently my workbenches are really low on V. Like all of the chunks that I have here, you can see the amount of V in it by this. We have a lot of flux in this one. We have almost no V in this. We have possibly quite a bit of V in here and a little bit of flux. Quite a lot of V still in this one. And I'm just gonna move the benches around when I need to craft something through the chunks so we can get enough V to do what we need to do. And the next thing we need is the Runic Altar. So I'm gonna just right click this with Salus Mundus. You make the Runic Matrix very simply. Matrix. It is just a niter and 4 arcane stone bricks in a workbench with all of the crystals and 150 V. So that takes quite a bit of a chunk. But this is done, and then we can also grab, let's do the chunks because I'm gonna need more of these. So let's grab a crafting table and put it in here and do one of those. And what V do I need for the pedestals? Pedestal. What do I need for this? I need just V. Okay, so let's grab some more arcane stone. Just give me a stack, please. Thank you very much. And let's get a couple more of these. That's gonna make 4 pedestals. I think I'm gonna need more than those. I have 8 already, so let's grab another one, I think. And I'm gonna see how I wanna set these up around here. So we have, this wants it to be symmetrical, so we can do, let's do it like this. So it's a little bit split and not put them on the pedestal. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And it still shows that it's stable, which is really cool on the top. So for the dragon head, for example, dragon head, let's see if we need more than 8. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's the amount that we have, and it's gonna be really nice and easy. And for the moment, I think I'll just do this as well, because it's gonna look better if we have them in a nice circle. Okay, whoops. So since we're looking at the dragon head, because that's pretty much the only thing that we need to make from Thaumcraft, and I don't really need to process anything else. The zombie brain is magic tallow. Magic tallow is rotten flesh with ignis. I think I have some ignis. So if we grab some rotten flesh, just 1, and we put it in here, it's gonna show, no, not leather. We deselect that and select this, makes us a tallow. It extracted, it even makes it before the animation finishes. And then the tallow is with cognitio and examinis, and I need to look at what we can use for these. We can use the examiniv, smite books, franken zombies, arrows. Dark bows have that. And it's so difficult to find something that just has that, so it's gonna be a bit wonky. But the skeletal contractors have used skulls, have probably a bunch of it. Yeah, let's do skull. Just give me like 10 of these. Okay. So these have 10 of the other one, the examinus. So we need just 1 of those, and then cognitio is gonna be zombie brains. Is it probably just rotten flesh? No. Paper cone has 4. I would love something that has like 5 in it. That's 7, 10 in Lexica Botanius. And empty maps have 12. So those are easy. Let's grab paper and make me a stack. Can I not craft an empty map? Hold up. Map. Is it describe a compass? It requires a compass. Of course it does. Just make a stack of those. Let's make 8 maps, and we're going to toss them in here. And that should process our other things. We have metallum in here, which we can transfer into another thing. But as soon as this starts processing, this should find an empty jar, hopefully. Yeah, and there it goes. It just takes a while for it to search the area. So that will do that. And I'm going to need more warded jars soon. But yeah, let me make some of the things that I need for the dragon head. And I'm going to basically make the prerequisites, and then we can turn the materials into components, basically. So I totally forgot that you have this recipe for making V crystals of any type of essentia with quartz slivers, which is really nice because I can just toss those in there and then makes us the right amount, because we're going to need 100 of these, or 200 even, for the liquid death to make the cobalt. So I'm just processing some wither skeleton skulls to get the mortis. And I've already made the zombie brain and also the dragon scale. The dragon scales were the iridium plates. If we look at the recipe, it was just 100 Premunio, 20 Spiritus, 20 Alienus, 20 Tenebrae. So I melted the right ingredients for these. I don't know exactly the best ingredient for all of these. There's probably charts online for finding this, but we need, let's do that. So that's 70. No, this. Okay, so that's 100, right? And are you processing more mortise, please? Or are you done? No, this made 100 basically. Exactly. Okay, so let's just toss all of these and you do your thing. And we're gonna get more mortise so we can make more of the V crystals. And with those, we can then make also, for example, if we just deselect that, we toss those there. We need for the death, for the liquid death, we need 50 Perdicio and 20 Alchemia. And can I use these in here? Or no, I think I can just click them back into, yeah. I can just click them back. Oh, we can put the mortise there. And I was wondering how you, oh, that's Perdicio. Where are you, Perdicio? Well, you can be here now. I was wondering how you move things around, and I then remembered that there's jars that you can move things around with. I had another one of Perdicio. There we go. Okay. And the mortise, you can go in there. Okay, so now if we do this and grab the Perdicio, wherever it is, Alchemia, we need 20 of those. Definitely. So I might not have enough Alchemia, so we need more. I think it was slime balls is what I did for Alchemia. Yeah. Just make me a stack, please. No? Stack. There we go. Oh, that might 20 of Alchemia, and we need the Perdicio, so that's the brown one. So if we toss these in here, Perdicio, and grab more of these, that's gonna make us 8. We need 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I need 50 of these, so just make me all of them. And we're probably not going to have enough Perdicio for what we want. It's going to make 25 and then it's going to stop. Yeah. Okay, so let me make the rest of these and we can then finally make the liquid death. Okay, let's try this now. The water's going to boil any second and then we can toss in the things. So 20, 50, and 100. And this doesn't make liquid death. It's 150, 20. Or do I have to just bucket it out? Like, do I have to? No, because that just adds more stuff. I don't understand this. I'm going to figure it out probably in between episodes or on a stream today, and we're going to see if we can make it work, but it's not working today, and I'm done with this for the moment. So with that, I think this is going to be it for today. So I want to thank you all for watching. I'm hoping you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Also consider subscribing to see new videos. Support me on Patreon if you want to play with me on a server. Currently it's offline because technical difficulties. And I will see you all in the next episode. Have a great one. Bye-bye.